6 more days until the 2K20 demo drops, which is crazy. We still have so much we don't know about the game. And honestly, I think after the demo drops, there's still gonna be stuff we don't know. But this week, we got some juice. You guys already know how this goes. Mike Wang decided to go on Twitter again. And on top of that, you guys remember last video when I was saying, yo, it's looking like we might not actually have archetypes. Well, it is really looking like we won't have archetypes. There's just more stuff, I guess, to back that up. You guys will see. And honestly, with all these tweets about, you know, badges, builds, just the way the game works, we can already kind of see which builds are looking like the overpowered ones. You know, hopefully not post scores again. But hey, drop a like down below if you're excited for 2K20. Literally 6 days. Like, I'm really excited. 5,000 likes is our goal, as always. Let's get right into it. So, first tweet from yours truly, Baluba. What's good, Mike? Question about shooting. So basically, this dude was asking if it's more about timing or attributes this year. Because, let's be honest, 7-3 post scores should not be greening limitless threes. Rim protector should not be greening limitless threes. And that was just, you know, just a little problem we had in 2K19. Mike responds, all of the factors work together. So, you know, timing, attributes, I assume openness. Hopefully that does matter. So it's not a straightforward answer as to what's more important. And it also depends on the difficulty, but usually the attributes and badges matter more than the shot timing, which was not the case in 2K19. Like, my 7'3" max wingspan post score should not be going 5 for 6 from the 3-point line. I honestly hope they find, you know, a good balance next year, because it seems like every year the shooting gets easier and easier and easier throughout the whole year. Like, the shots that these non-shooting builds are making were not going in at the beginning of the year. Now, speaking of openness, there's of course contests. At Baluba, at LD, can you guys go basically in more in depth about the contests? So Baluba replies again, like, he was really on Twitter. It was crazy. Mike, you're my guy, but just please don't disappear again when the game launches. Anyway, he said there was a lot of different factors that go into how strong a contest is, so hand position, body position, ratings, etc. Notice he didn't say height, which was the whole stretch big problem. And we all know this. He said that it just turns into a percentage, so not lightly, heavily smothered. I just hope that my guard, and I know a lot of you other guards can feel my pain, doesn't put his hand up on a stretch big, shooting a terrible shot, and get like a 2% contest. Like, that's just embarrassing. Now, this part you already kind of know, you know, when you move your left stick, you will dribble because that's how you move, or else it's travel. But apparently there's a new motion engine in 2K20. Now, the last time they introduced a new motion system was 2K18. And we know how that went. So it did look a little bit weird to me at first. Here's a clip, but I don't think it's that big of a difference. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think these NBA players, like, no offense that they're playing the game, they don't know how to dribble. So that's just good to know. This next one has to do with speed boosting. Very important. You guys remember last video how Mike Wang said that speed boosting isn't about ball control anymore. It's about speed with ball. We learned that tier 3 first steps unlock, basically speed boosting. I don't know why he hates using that word, but it unlocks with 86 speed with ball. So the same rating, just a different attribute. But momentum crossover, stuff like that, is based on ball control, which also unlocks at 86. So that's different, but just tell me if I'm wrong. It kind of alludes to another reason we won't have archetypes. It seems like there's a reason they're separating it this year. You got to think speed with ball is more of like an athletic attribute, and ball control is in the dribbling. And even this year, you upgraded them separately. Now, next year, if there isn't any archetypes and you just upgrade your player however you want, it would make sense why they would separate them, so you could potentially make a player that could speed boost but couldn't momentum, or I guess the other way around. Does that make sense? I mean, I hope it does. Now, this tweet. Okay. Mike Wang. I'm just going to read. Okay. On a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being no defense, 100 being completely smothered, at what point should a green release be locked out, meaning you cannot get a green release? Now, let's remember that Mike Wang said that it wasn't possible to get heavily contested or smothered greens in 2K19, and lo and behold, my post score, lovely smothered greens, stretch bigs, lovely heavily contested greens. And this is one of those questions that everybody's going to answer differently, like, no matter what. It's just how the community is. So we got a lot of different answers. They usually hovered around maybe 70, 75. C4, you guys all know him. You know, he came in with a tweet. 100 because smothered greens took skill. That's why 2K18 was the best. Okay, I can't take this seriously. Like, I mean, technically 2K19 was like that too, right? Because you get smothered greens. So, okay, if we actually take this seriously, 0 to 100 is kind of a weird scale. So my boy Din, aka Agent, to give better context, at what point on the 0 to 100 scale was something considered, you know, wide open, open, lightly, heavily smothered? Yo, I really said that fast. You guys get the point. And Mike Wang replied, wide open was 0, open was less than 20, lightly was between 20 and 65, heavily between 65 and 90, and smothered over 90%, which is crazy. Like, you should not get a green light for someone covering you over 90%. For me, honestly, I think it should be like 65 without takeover, maybe 80 with takeover. Let me know what you guys think in the comments though. I may or may not be biased. Next, we just have a quick tweet, not a reply, but still from Mike Wang. He's basically saying that the farther you are from the hoop, the more penalized you are for mistiming a shot. So, you know, you can half bar a layup just like this here. It'll go in most of the time if it's open. Well, most of the time. But say you're like a lock and you shoot a wide open corner three. Like if you don't full bar it, it's probably not going to go in. Screens, everybody loves screens. Someone tweeted, what about vacuum screens? And I can relate to him. Like there's just times where you cannot do anything about it. The screen will just suck you in. Pause. But Mike Wang coming through, they're much less grabby this year. Better animation content and more branch out points. Feels way better in my opinion. Now, better animation content. Let's just hope this isn't like 2K17 where the logic of their screens is you just get vacuum into it and then you just fall to the ground. Also, we learned about some new badges. Eraser, which was an old badge, it's not coming back, but there are 5 block related badges: Chase Down Artist, Heart Crusher, Intimidator, Pogo Stick, and Rim Protector. So some of those we already know what they do because they've been in the game before, but there are some new ones. So first we have Pogo Stick. Okay, so the way Mike Wang explained it was that it helps cut down the compression and decompression on block attempts, allowing you to jump repeatedly faster. Basically what he's saying is that you can spam triangle or Y if you're on Xbox. As if there wasn't enough spamming in 2K already. This basically encourages you to spam. Like that's what it sounds like. So I'm like, Mike, man, I don't know about this one. Like this does not sound good. Now apparently spamming won't work because it's easier to draw fouls if they jump early. Hey, we'll just have to see. Heart Crusher knocks down the other team's takeover meters when you get a block or steal. Intimidator buffs the Intimidator's impact on all block and contest attempts. All those sound pretty good. Just the Pogo Stick one is a little bit sus. Now you guys remember the Deep Fades badge, the badge that will let post scorers fade from the 3-point line. Now it also works for hop shots and shimmy shots. Now in case you guys don't know about post hop shots, basically they took you from the block to pretty much behind the free throw line. So what you're going to be able to do now, because you can make deeper ones, is you could be on the elbow and end up like limitless and you would still make it because you have this badge. I mean, that's just what I see happening. Hopefully I'm wrong. Just post scores are looking very overpowered right now. Deadeye is now back to 1 badge. Now it says it has the same function as last year. You know, it reduces defensive impact on late closeouts, but it wasn't just for late closeouts. Like if you were a stretch, you had Hall of Fame deep range Deadeye, someone could already be there just holding their right stick up, praying that they didn't shoot the ball, and they shot the ball and it was considered open. Yeah, that is kind of a weird badge because you can't really tell if it's the badge that's the problem or just the contest system. Somebody asked if Tireless Score was going to be removed, and it is. It's split up into Relentless Finisher and Tireless Shooter. Dimer and Flashy Passer are still separate badges. They're still in the game. Pick and Roll Maestro is now gone, replaced by Needle Threader, which is similar but extends to other passing situations that are just not in pick and rolls. So hey, is that encouraging some isolation basketball? Is that what I'm hearing? Now also, today is a very special day, not for me, but for a lot of other people. It's community day. I was not invited. But Ronnie, LD, Mike Wang, and a lot of 2K YouTubers are going to be there. Now, LD wasn't the one who sent out the invites. Yeah, I'm sure you would have invited me, right, LD? Hopefully. Hey, next year, guys, next year. But yeah, today is community day, and honestly, I don't think there's going to be a ton of more news on the actual game. I think it's just going to be similar to what was yesterday, which was this whole rookie thing, where a lot of NBA rookies got to play, you know, a demo version of the game, quick game. But I think since people that are actually good at the game, at least some of them, but since they play the game at least a decent amount, I think that they're gonna have a way better perspective on the game and we'll get to learn a lot. That's just my prediction. In everything new we get, I'll probably be tweeting it out. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. Now, finally, we have the whole no archetypes thing. Now, first, this concept came out. Now, keyword concept. People thought this was real. It was basically like all 5 positions and then different play styles for them. So, for example, you know, the point guard has all-around point guard, but it also has crafty playmaker, crafty offensive star. There's perimeter defender, perimeter threat for shooting guard. I mean, there's just ones for every single archetype. Now, this is what it would kind of turn into if you weren't an archetype. If you guys remember in 2K16, now I wish I could go back on it, but the servers are down. You had some sort of name like this associated to your player based on how you upgrade him. So it could have been like crafty inside scorer or elite post scorer or basically any of these names. And then when you were 99 overall and you pretty much maxed everything out, you're usually like a 2-way superstar, all-around superstar, something like that. So that was the sort of thing my my players would be named instead of an archetype when there wasn't any archetypes. Now keep in mind, this is a concept. Some people thought these were real, but when all the NBA rookies got to play the game, we got to see a look at some of the NBA players, and they had names sort of similar to this. Now I know they've always kind of had names like that in the past, but I don't remember these specific names. So there's one with deep range shot creator, there's one that's 3-level scorer, there's one that was 3-point specialist, and then there was also one that was like a 2-way sharpshooting playmaker or something ridiculous. So personally, I don't remember any of the NBA players being named like specifically that in previous 2Ks, but that could be what my players are named if there is no archetypes. But that's not enough, I guess, evidence to prove that there's no archetypes yet. Now there's a clip out here. Now this is from iPod. iPod is a friend of mine, and he's also a pretty reliable source for NBA 2K20. Now the reason why I say this is because a couple weeks ago he literally uploaded a video leaking the neighborhood. Now the video has since been taken down. Why would the video be taken down? Now of course I can't show the video because it's not up there anymore, but even if it was, then this video would get taken down. So regardless of all of that, would it have gotten taken down if it wasn't real? And if it's real and he got the leaked 2K20 neighborhood already, he's a pretty reliable source, right? He probably knows stuff that we don't. Like I'm just trying to come to conclusions. It's not 100% confirmed, but that makes sense, right? Anyway, he was streaming on Facebook and he was explaining the 2K20 player system.
Tell me what attribute is so low but you would love it to be higher.
Oh, ball handling.
Okay, so if you want your ball handling all the way up, you can max your ball handling. You can say F my post offense one, F my rebounding one.
Oh,
F my.
It's completely customized, and then from the way you put your attributes up, that's what it'll tell you what kind of player you are.
Exactly.
We don't have like player modes where you pick a shot creator at the beginning. No, everybody's gonna be the same, but as you put your attributes up, that's going to tell you.
The only thing that's the same is if you were big or not.
Right.
So you could see here he was talking about basically what I've been saying the whole time, and that was in previous 2Ks without archetypes. Whatever you upgrade is what your player does. This is what I've been asking for, and if 2K really does this every day, is looking more and more like they are, that's a massive W. Everybody's like, yeah, they make more money off archetypes. I don't know if I believe that, but I'm still kind of surprised it looks like we're not getting archetypes next year. If you think of it, your build could be one of these NBA players' archetypes. It could be a deep range shot creator or a 3-level scorer, any of that. So these could be new archetypes. Now they're not really archetypes. I just feel like people are still going to call them that. They're more play styles. But let me know what you guys think. You know, regardless, I'm excited. Again, make sure you drop a like down below. As always, we're coming to 2K20 different. I need everybody to like the video. 200K grind, we're gonna hit it very soon. I'm gonna start daily uploading. I'm gonna do my best. This whole bug with my YouTube channel, I mean, it's been a mess, but at this point, like, I've got to drop the bangers. Hopefully it's fixed, I guess, today. I'll probably tweet out about that. But thank you guys for watching. Go watch more videos. You're gonna be in the outro, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.